Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper, the friendly ghost. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. I am recording this a little bit ahead of time, so I do apologize if the prices do change drastically. I did not mean to go to Metis, I meant to go to Casper. But here we are sitting about 7% down. I'm still waiting for my ape zone. I've been addressing it. I'm still seeing if we can test that like 1.5 cent zone on Casper. That's going to be huge if we can. I have been paying attention to the project. I've been, paying attention to ecosystem growth. We have been going on like a mass listing spree. We're going to be talking about it. In terms of like us getting on to like some major exchanges, we haven't been yet, listed on some of those major exchanges, but I'm totally fine with it. I'm being very patient on that because like I don't really, and I think that I could speak for a lot of individuals when I say this, like I don't think that now would be the time for us to get listed on like a major tier 1 exchange because like at this current moment in time, like market sentiment is pretty rough. We're sitting at almost like an $800 billion market cap for crypto. So at this current moment in time, like, an exchange listing on like Binance or Coinbase, etc., would not do too much, for Casper. Like in the short term, yeah, it might pump it a little bit, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, all right, yeah, sure, let's get listed on every single major exchange because like the market's doing so well, right? So I am, a little bit more patient on, some major exchanges now than I was like recently. So with that being said, let's kind of move on and let's talk about a few things. So first off, Ethereum 3.0. So we do see here from David Santiago, Ethereum 3.0, Casper has, jumped straight to Casper CBC implementation for their blockchain and using an innovative highway protocol, to guarantee liveness and strong optimistic finality, which is currently planned for the Ethereum 3.0, possibly several years away. And yeah, I mean, honestly, when we look at like Ethereum 3.0 compared to what Casper has been building, like Casper to me is the official Ethereum 3.0. I really do think it is, from a technological standpoint, from not only like that, but also like from what they have already implemented and started to build. I think that they're on their way to becoming, a major layer one. I've always said like in terms of like the next major, thing to happen in this market, like whatever flips Ethereum in terms of the market cap, is going to be the token that probably stays within that spotlight for a little bit of time and, is basically crowned, the third generational, crypto technology. Now, will it be Casper? It's hard to say. I mean, there's some other great competitors. In my opinion, I do believe that it will most likely be Hedera, but I don't think that, Casper will be too far behind. I think that Casper will most likely be, a top 25 at least token going forward. So, with that in mind, let's also talk about Ethereum 2.0. So we did see here from June 9th, Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson says Ethereum 2.0 will launch no earlier than 2023, more likely 2024. Cardano's boss has also given his predictions about the launch date of the much anticipated Ethereum 2.0. And we do see down here, he basically said, predicts Ethereum 2.0 will be launched no earlier than 2023, more likely 2024. He later said Ethereum 1.5 is already out. It's called Polkadot. And I mean, honestly, like when we talk about like Ethereum, like, to me, I feel like the demand around Ethereum will essentially die out soon. I think that like, Ethereum will always be here. I just don't think that it's going to be, as utilized as like we are, used to. And we do see down here, it is worth noting that Ethereum 2.0 is ongoing upgrade expected to transition the, popular, to proof of stake, which we've already kind of seen. But, in terms of like getting to Ethereum 2.0, it is rough to really kind of put a time frame on it. We don't really know exactly when that's going to happen, but I would say like even though like we are seeing major updates, like for an example, the merging to proof of stake, I still think that we are years away from this ever being, massively adopted. Like Ethereum has, major problems still, even with like gas fees, congestion, and things like that. So I still think Ethereum, for the most part, is lacking from an overall layer one perspective and also like a technological stack perspective as well. Now, we do see over here, once the bear market is gone, fundamentally, strong projects will see incredible highs. Casper, one of them is Casper. Casper's POS architecture will enable sharding, which is an important database scaling solution. And of course, yes, we have been paying attention to sharding even with Hedera. This does unlock some major scalability, potential. And when we talk about projects that do have, sharding implemented, those projects are going to be the ones that have a large amount of transactional demand behind them. And I do believe that Casper will get to that point. And I also think that they are preparing for that point as well, which gives me a really good, sign of confidence around the project and the team. Now, talking about confidence around the team and the project, we did see the CTO, Meta Parliker, basically talk about it, talking about like the bear market, for an example, and building, through it. She said bear markets are a time when the weak are pruned away. They bring, radical force or focus to what is important. As I've said before, we are going to build. Casper Network was born from a bear, and it will come of age in a bear. And we do see over here, bear markets bear fruit. Some perspective from Casper Labs co-founder and CEO, Marino Manohar. I'm hoping that I'm saying these names right, by the way. Like, I know that I butchered a lot, but nonetheless, let's check it out. So, we do see here, by 2019, many, individuals basically said like, hey, crypto's dead. We will most likely see that yet again. For those who remained in the industry, the last crypto winter brought about a new renewed emphasis on building practical blockchain solutions that solve real problems. This is the natural course of any market, and it's these down cycles that provide the most fertile ground for the truly impactful projects to emerge. And yes, I also think that it's offering life-changing wealth opportunities as well. Like, I think that this is probably one of the most incredible opportunities that we do basically have in front of us. And don't ape just yet. I mean, I have been, averaging in. I've been waiting to ape, but I think that alts are going to get a little bit more painful in the short term. But we do see here, we remain steadfast in our belief that blockchain technology is ushering in a transformative era for businesses and consumers alike, and that Casper's future-proof design, underpinned by upgradable smart contracts, is uniquely capable of, shepherding users along on this journey. Despite what, many think about the current market, I have never been more optimistic about Casper's future, and let me be absolutely clear. Nothing about our long-term outlook has changed amid the uncertainty currently gripping both traditional and crypto markets. And like I said, they continue to build, and you can see just the past month, look at all of the updates around this. It's truly remarkable that Casper just continues to, launch, update after update after update. And we do see here's what you can expect to see in the coming months. Improved documentation for developers looking to build on Casper. Dozens of new projects launching on Casper, enhancements to Casper's open infrastructure that will enable developers and non-technical users alike to use and build unique applications around NFTs, including secure minting and storage environments, additional bridges, decentralized exchanges, auto market makers as well, and swaps that will provide a more robust foundation for DeFi on Casper. So DeFi is coming. Both Casper Labs and the Casper Association maintain a strong and visible presence, both in person and offline, within the broader blockchain community. We just wrapped up a major presence at Consensus Austin and are already planning for several additional events this summer and autumn. Significant progress on Casper 2.0 upgrade, which will usher in key innovations that will make building on Casper even more accessible to the other 25 million developers worldwide, as opposed to limiting it to the less than 1 million developers who know Solidity. So again, they have incredible plans going forward. They are continuing to build. I am truly happy about the future for Casper. And like I said, you read about what they have been doing, and the updates that we have been seeing. I've talked to you guys about a lot of these. It is focused around NFTs, enterprises for the most part. They are talking about the IBM partnership here as well, WiseKey, State of Telangana. Honestly, I'm just excited for the future here. I mean, they are talking about 12 new projects, or sorry, I thought they said 12, but they're just saying dozens of new projects. So I'm actually excited for that area to really kind of be explored. I am really happy about Casper 2.0. I think that is going to truly really put a different spotlight on Casper, because right now I think the little amount of individuals that continue to like really, pay attention to what Casper is doing, I think that that group is going to grow drastically in the coming weeks and months ahead. So I'm very excited for that. Also, in terms of the mass listings, so we got listed on Coin98. They said, they're glad to announce the accessibility of Casper Network and Coin98 Super App v12.0, which helps boost blockchain adoption and involves Web 2 and users in the Web 3 surge. But they also, were basically talking about bringing this onto like an exchange as well. For an example, you do see here, Coin98 enables users to gain a much easier experience in the blockchain, such as storing, sending, and receiving Casper tokens, the native token of Casper Network. And it now supports over 57 plus blockchains, as you guys do see. So you love to see that. Again, a little bit more exposure to Casper, followed by Change Now. Also listing us, Change Now is a smaller exchange, but any sort of volume is welcome. I think that these smaller exchanges definitely add up in the, long term. And this was not only the, last one. There was also StealthX as well. Again, smaller exchanges, but you still love to see it. And a lot of people are very excited for this. I think that in terms of these small exchanges, all of these major small exchanges that continue to add up and up and up will push like higher tier exchanges to list. Because again, it still puts a little bit better of a spotlight on Casper. I think that in terms of like social media activity, we have been seeing a really massive ramp up around Casper. And also, like I said, in terms of the major exchanges that we still want to see list Casper, they are still here. I mean, look at Binance, Binance US, Qcoin, Gemini, Coinbase, Kraken FX, FTX. And, again, if you don't let us withdraw our tokens, don't bother. And he did, at Uphold. I think everybody right now should go on Twitter and at Uphold saying, like, listen, let us withdraw our Casper. You guys could even tag me. I'll retweet it. We should honestly get a campaign going because I'm so tired of Uphold, literally upholding our assets. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, let us withdraw. Let us stake. Like, it's crazy. So, to me, there is a ton of exchanges to, really kind of look forward to. But we definitely have been seeing some major growth and major demand growing around Casper. So I love to see it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, if you guys did enjoy the video, definitely hit that like, subscribe to notifications on button. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.